There we go. All right. Want some pretzels while reading?
Yeah. Wow.
I wonder, since not too many people know what Pretzel Rock is, it'd be really funny. People are always thinking if I'm offering pretzels, like literal pretzels. Would that be funny?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, let me share it. So, if Logan wants to, he can join in the reads. There we go. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 16 to 21a. The boasting of a reluctant fool. This is the word of the Lord. I'll say it again. Don't let anyone think I'm a fool. But if they do, well, all right then. Welcome me as a fool, so that I can do a little bit of boasting. What I'm going to say now, I'm not saying as if it came from the Lord, but as if I was a fool. As if I really did want to indulge myself in this kind of boasting. Plenty of people are boasting in human terms, after all. So why shouldn't I boast as well? After all, you put up with fools readily enough, since you're so wise yourself. You put up with it if someone makes you their slave, or if they eat up your property, or overpower you, or give themselves airs, or slap you in the face. Well, I'm ashamed to say it. We weren't strong enough for that. It's an interesting read. All right, what part's this? There really was a party going on downstairs, but the company president wasn't at it. Normally, he enjoyed a good party with the best of them, but today wasn't the day. He knew the business was heading for difficult times, and there was a great deal of hard work to be done if they were going to stay afloat in an uncertain economic future. They had a fine product. They had done well in the past, but the world was changing. If they didn't keep ahead of the game, they would be finished. There wouldn't be any reason for a party then. The noise of laughter and singing drifted up to his office and irritated him. They didn't understand how serious the situation was, and he suspected he knew who was leading the fun and games. A couple of middle-ranking executives who never quite did a proper day's work, who were always ready to show off to the others, always the life and soul of the party, but who were somehow always absent when the really difficult task had to be faced. He sighed and turned back to the papers on his desk. Okay. After reading, you'll take care of it? Okay. This is a good time since I just finished the paragraph, maybe to get your hydration. Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Didn't know. All right. As he did so, there was a tap on the door. It was his assistant. Sorry to trouble you, sir, he said. I know this is a bad time and you've got better things to do, but a couple of us were just thinking it might really help if you could come and join the party, even if it's only for 5 minutes or so. People would like to see you. The laughter and merry noises came more loudly through the open door. He'll never be able to concentrate now anyway. He got up from the desk, loosened his tie, and with a wry smile to the assistant, he came downstairs. A huge cheer went up as they all saw him, and there, just as he guessed, were the 2 executives. They were organizing a complicated but silly game involving a tub of water, paper hats, apples and pears, and a coin. The point seemed to be to make people look as ridiculous as possible trying to eat an apple, or, for the bold ones, to pick the coin off the bottom of the tub with their teeth. Several people had been trying it without much success, and there was much splashing, giggling, and cheering. The president accepted the drink and stood watching from the edge of the crowd, thinking of the papers on his desk and the future of the company. But then one of the ringleaders said in a loud voice, I know who'll be good at this. President, just the man for a good apple. The happy throng cheered and looked across at him. His assistant, Augie. Okay. His assistant shot him an anxious glare. It was clear they were simply wanting to make him look stupid, to have a laugh at his expense. For a moment he hesitated. Then, to more cheers, he took off his tie and stepped forwards. There was a glint in his eye. He remembered playing this game 30 years ago as a teenager. There was a technique. He might just be able to. They put a paper hat on his head and tied his hands behind his back. He knelt down on the floor in front of the tub. Suddenly the room went quiet. Then in a flash, he plunged his head through the bobbling apples and pears, straight down to the bottom. A second later, he brought it up again and, in a single movement, stood up with the coin between his teeth. The biggest cheer of the day rang around the room. He pulled a hand free and held up the coin, motioning for silence. Hey, Augie, no. Up, Augie, up, up, up. Good boy. Okay, so the president has cut the coin at the bottom of a water tub. Now he's motioning. All right, he said, you've seen I can play the fool, but let me tell you this. I know how to find money, even at the bottom of a bucket of water, and you lads obviously don't. If you want to find coins in your pockets, you better watch what I do over the next week or two. Otherwise, you're going to drown at the bottom of the tub. After all, here he looked straight at the two ringleaders. You're prepared to put up with people telling you to do silly things. How about putting up with me telling you how to make this company a roaring success? And with that, he finished his drink, put on his tie, shook hands with the ringleaders, and went back upstairs to his desk. Paul was not a company director, and he wasn't interested in making money. But in other respects, this is the position he was in. He could see that the church in Corinth had allowed itself to be taken off to a party of exciting rhetoric, a new style of teaching, a chance to become famous, or at least to enjoy being close to other people who seemed to be celebrities. It was quite a dramatic change from the humdrum and often difficult lives many of them led. Fancy being with people who were so clever, so witty, such good speakers, such profound thinkers, had such wonderful experiences, were such a success. And as the party progressed, these people did, of course, make demands. They bossed others around. They insisted on being paid a lot of money. They were sometimes even rude or dismissive to Christians who couldn't understand what they were saying. But after all, they were celebrated, important, leading figures, so you had to put up with it or you'll look a fool. And Paul has decided that he's going to play the fool himself. They have forced him into it. He's going to come and join the party. But there's a glint in his eye which says they're going to get more than they have bargained for. He knows who the ringleaders are, what they've been up to, and how, if their type of Christianity were to catch on, the gospel wouldn't be doing its proper work in Corinth, Achaia, or anywhere else. They have been bossing people around, and the people have put up with it. Very well. Let them now put up with him playing the fool for a few moments. They have been boasting of all kinds of things. All right, he's going to boast, too, and we'll see who wins the game. He is quite clear that what he is about to say is not serious gospel teaching. He doesn't want anyone to imagine he will go through all this left to his own devices. But at the same time, we begin to see in the next two passages will confirm this, that the gospel is shining through even what we call foolishness. He has decided to boast, not of the sort of things the rival teachers have been boasting about, but about a different sort of thing entirely. He has already spoken of his life as an apostle, and of the many ways in which he has shared the suffering of the Messiah, confident of the glory that is yet to be revealed. Now he is going to crown those passages with yet another full of irony. He is teasing them, taking them at their word, but making his own point. Joining in the foolish fun, but knowing a trick or two that will take them by surprise and enable him to make his own points. Is it boasting you want? Boasting you shall have. Is it rhetoric you want? Rhetoric you shall have. At the start of the earlier letter, he had spoken of the foolishness of God, which was wiser than humans, and the weakness of God, which was stronger than humans. Now, in this particular burst of foolishness, he is going to boast of his weakness, thereby showing what it means to be truly wise and truly strong. Simply at the level of strategy and tactics, this is the bold move, and I wonder how many church leaders would dare attempt the equivalent in their own settings. At the level of content, it is bolder still. Paul is staking everything on his belief that the gospel of the crucified and risen Jesus is indeed true, and that by letting it have its effect in every area of life, it will carry its own power. So, in every moment, especially like with family, with friends, out telling people about Jesus, we need to think how the death of Jesus and his resurrection, but specifically his giving himself out for others, how that affects every part of life. Because it's a service life. It's not glamorous. Does not make demands for attention. All right, we can start, but yep, take away your bowl, please. That was a good read. That was a good analogy also. I liked it.
Indeed. Well, the game hasn't crashed yet. That's a good thing.
Nothing out. I'll get my wine alone.
You might just have to restart your computer. Came across that issue last time. Actually, before I start the mission,
There it is. The creature.
And pretty much the entire Hydra offensive.
No doubt stealing more of the priceless and, did I mention, extremely powerful artifacts housed within the sanctum.
I don't think so. They're fortifying a position here.
You're right.
We're never gonna get close enough to get a symbiote sample.
Oh, I wouldn't say never. Venom problem? No problem.
Wow, you got some serious range on that old Spidey sense, kid.
Or he got my text.
Either way, I'm your guy. Come on, team. I got an idea. Anyone? Definitely should have practiced that more in the mirror.
Sorry, kid. Can't risk a field trip on this one.
Yeah,
because you all have so much experience fighting Venom.
Spider-Man's cunning has proven to far exceed his years. In battle, not the talking.
Don't see any of us muscling in when the Mandarin's in town.
Okay, fine. I get it. What's the plan? Spider-Man?
Please don't sleep.
There we go.
Yeah!
Just
Oh,
enabled.
let's go, Popeye. Yeah!
Nope. Alright. I want to see 3. Try and go for people 2. You go when I bring Blade. 3.
Come here!
2. 3. 2.
Get out!
3. Okay, I still need 3. Yeah, let's. Alright, we'll bring Nico.
Yeah! Get at it!
My only idea is to not get killed.
It's put.
Given their history together, I suppose it does make sense to trust Spider-Man on this plan of his. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, don't answer that.
I'm gonna play bait.
Yep, and there's Crisscross, Crossbones, and Eddie, and a really big... What is that?
Whatever it is, they brought an entire army to protect it.
Uh-huh. Sorry, just need to make a last-second adjustment to the plan.
Yes. The plan. What is it?
Right. Okay, stay low, wait for my signal.
The time wasted. Suppressing gamma energy versus harnessing it. Oh, when Mother sees what I have accomplished.
What's up, Doc?
Eat his brains.
Signal! Signal! That was the signal! Counting on you again, old friend. 3, 2, 1. That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
Is he? Okay.
Parker, report. Parker, status.
Well, I am under a little pressure, but Eddie's right where I want him. Hey.
For the church bell to defeat fallen victim. Oh.
Oh, you little bad.
Oh, whoa. Full 10.
First you die, then we eat.
But I have something to make heroism 0.
I take it we're on to plan B.
All right, I'll be right back. Right, I'm back.
I'd say it's probably more like Plan 1.5. I'm betting those smaller bells vibrate at a similar frequency to their big brother. May not be perfect, but they could buy me the time I need to get that sample. Yep, walked right into that one. Hail that! I do feel pretty amazing.
Come here, buddy! Come here! I'm just gonna...
guys.
This ought to slow him down.
This is how you know I hate mayonnaise. That's how you know I hate it.
Mmm.
Oh! Yeah! Oh, I'm on you.
Try this on for size.
That wasn't bad.
Alright, kids, now play!
Oh, should have seen that. Yes. Bring that to mom. Mom's in charge, yeah. Oh my god.
I can still smell your every move.
Yeah, I don't need. Dude, seriously. Just getting super loud.
You're too strong for you. Hold
Can someone get this off of me?
Pain would be bearable if only he would stop talking. Oh man, more Hydra incoming.
We'll always remember this place, Spider-Man. Remember what you did to us here before. We are done playing games. The price will be your doom.
Well, he's moved on from wanting to eat my brain. Now he's just trying to bury me. That's progress, right?
Just hit him with the bells, please.
This might sting a little.
The advantage is mine.
Actually, see if we can get her.
Get slowed up on! Get slowed up on!
You were too weak for this fight.
Happy. That's it! Yeah!
this friendly. Or neighborhood. Or Spider-Man. Oh, this should be good.
It will peel back your flesh.
Wow, you really bulked up, Eddie.
Get both on!
I'm down to respawn.
I found you!
Have longed for this moment, little spider. To squash you in this cursed place. You go. We shall feast upon your new friend heroes. And then devour your precious Mary Jane.
Hey, Eddie, I know that's just little talking over you or whatever, but shut up already. Come on. Should come in handy. Looks like it's up to me.
I got stupid this video!
Come on, Eddie, just give it up already. How about we hit up that Chinese buffet over in Bushwick? My treat!
All the food we need is right in front of us.
Nobody wants to have a nobody.
For you!
Nobody just steal me!
You are puny.
This creature fights with her strength.
That one hurt.
More of them are joining the fight.
Your web is broken, little spider. Your trap is ready.
You may be right. This symbiote sample is not worth your life, Spider-Man. can find another way.
Tell that to Aunt May, Mary Jane, Harry, Flash, Felicia, Otto, and about 9 million other New Yorkers we're trying to save. If getting that sample means we can stop your mother from destroying this city, it's worth the risk. Just buy me some time.
Welcome assistance.
Coming at you! Here we go! I think we got him.
Here's one.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
We've got it. Let's do this. Much as I enjoy this dance of ours, Eddie, I think it's time we changed it up. So how about we try a little smash up? What? That not a thing anymore?
Let's find out.
Now, this might sting for just a second, but that's perfectly natural. Also, perfectly natural.
What just happened?
Just a little something I like to call the plan.
Parker's debrief is going to be one for the ages.
I get to summon Charlie?
Fury's got 2 teams digging for Venom as we speak.
You may want to add 2 or 3 more. Just saying.
You dropped a church on him. I doubt he's going anywhere.
Parker,
Uh-oh.
I have seen that look before.
congratulations on a job well done.
Aw, thanks everyone. I'll remember this moment forever. Which is probably how long it's gonna take me to pay the church's repair bill.
Oh, not to worry. Thankfully, we have a billionaire in the house.
Yeah, at least Stark's credit card is good for something.
Oh, these kids. Real sweethearts. Good plan, Peter. Executed like a champ. Craziest plan I ever saw in my life. Still can't believe he pulled that off.
Yes, and now we must make use of the sample he recovered.
We?
All right, everyone. I know you all have a lot more important things to do than cheer little old me on. Let's go save the world. Oh, and if anyone happened to record any of this, feel free to send it my way. For training purposes, of course.
From what I've seen, you could drop 5 churches on Venom and he'd still keep coming. I doubt we've seen the last of him.
Next time Parker comes up with a plan, I want to be the one to punch the giant bell.
Hey, I knew Peter was gonna come through.
Parker's plan was chaotic, but effective. I doubt even Lilith saw that one coming.
Oh. I see.
Just between you and me, I wasn't 100% sure that little plan would pay off out there. I mean, I was pretty sure, but I still had that little voice in the back of my head. If you screw this up, Venom's gonna be snacking on your skull. Even worse, I would have let you down, not to mention the others.
Peter?
Yep.
In any plan, you will always be fairly spectacular in my book.
Fairly spectacular Spider-Man. I like the sound of that.
As do I.
Sure beats Masked Menace or Villainous Vigilante or whatever other golden nuggets Jameson and the Bugle come up with. I don't even want to tell you what he called me after I asked for a raise.
However you look at it, be glad we got the sample.
Now we can get the doc home, keep you less explodey. All around, a good day.
We all owe you a thanks.
I was nothing. Besides, helping the boss man test his top secret prototype on a demonically possessed alien symbiote human hybrid has got to look good to the folks at Stark Industries. Would love to get a shot to work for Tony one day. Just wish Spider-Man could submit a resume.
But you are working with Tony, Peter. You are an integral member of the team.
Whoa. Mind just...
Peter?
Nope. Mind's still blown. I just need to sit here and let it all sink in, Hunter. I'll talk to you soon.
I have something for you.
Tickets to next year's Stark...
We really should have looked for Venom under that rubble.
Did you wash your hands? You won't get a star if you did not wash your hands. Go wash your hands.
I bet you've heard nothing but ringing Venom's Liberty Bell jokes.
Go turn the water off.
Credit to Peter's ingenuity. That was a... Hunter, I may have found something of interest to you. The means to surmount that obstacle you were so interested in. The secret lies with the symbiote you recovered. If my suspicions are correct, it can be used to disrupt your troublesome ward in the same way that my own wards of protection fell at the Sanctum Sanctorum.
What do I have to do?
Without going off on an overly technical Starkian rant, The alien itself has a very unusual composition. Its seemingly gelatinous structure seems to interfere with the ward's resonance frequency when channeled with the appropriate magic.
You are not going to ask me to retrieve more of the creature, are you?
That shouldn't be necessary. Although a cooperative venom would be invaluable here, I think we can make do with what's left from before. I left a vial of the symbiote on my desk in the forge. If you're intent on removing the ward, take it with you, discreetly.
Thank you for pursuing this further, Doctor. I doubt anyone else could have made this kind of discovery.
You're too kind, Hunter. Besides, I think our mutual friend has done quite well in guiding you so far.
Now you just go floss. And flex on it.
I am very grateful to have such insightful friends.
Say hello for me sometime, would you?
I will, Doctor.
And now I should be getting back to my work, but do be careful out there, Hunter, and don't forget about the vial on my desk.
Are you heading to the meeting?
Yeah, I'll be there shortly.
Did you read today's book?
Of course, but you'll get nothing out of me until the meeting.
Coming to book club tonight?
Meet you there.
After you.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Good moves out there, hon. Everyone's in a mood to mingle. Go ahead. We can start whenever. You good?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first, I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded, and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
Agreed. As though there was a song behind the words.
Nice. Unless it was disco. You're lucky you missed out on that decade. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes after. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Is that a Roblox game?
Do tell.
Doesn't even look like one. That's crazy.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
And to their enemies, the Kree advance would seem steady and inevitable.
That's what I think. Expand too fast and you overextend yourself. I saw that happen in Operation Market Garden.
In 37
But the
minutes.
Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club. I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
The Kree never conquered this planet. Neither will my mother.
Exactly. Reputation makes you seem bigger than you are. We can hit them anywhere at any time. You can bet this adds to our own reputation. And that's how we defeat our enemy. As long as we're still standing, they're gonna fall.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
Oh, yeah, you're level 50.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You headed out?
That's what I thought.
I am taking off.
Righteous.
Wow. Oh, yeah, he died.
Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
You do? You must have really liked it.
Actually, I didn't connect with it at all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Whoa, can
You
stop
didn't
it?
like it.
It's more that I didn't have the context.
Stop it!
You do, and you clearly like the book, so
So...
I wanted to see it through your eyes. If you don't mind, I'd like that context.
I don't mind.
Okay then.
Most of my time at Central is hurry up and wait. Stop by when I'm waiting. We'll talk.
I will.
Like this, dude.
Good?
Good.
Strange has made something from a sample of Venom symbiote. He thinks it may dispel the ward in the cave behind Shaw's church.
I thought he may be onto something. He spent quite a lot of time in the library recently.
Gotta thank Peter. Maybe now the others...
Still reading Wanda's grimoire, I see?
Yeah? Why? You got an opinion about it?
I admire your determination in your pursuit of dark knowledge, as well as loyalty to your friend.
I just wish there was more dark knowledge on these pages, but I'm just gonna have to make do with what's here. According to her grimoire, it looks like Agatha was helping Wanda control her connection to chaos magic. And since chaos magic is a hell of a lot more powerful and ancient than Lilith, I'm thinking there's a way I can figure out how to use it to undo Lilith's hold on her.
Chaos magic is the darkest and most treacherous magic you can play with. It is said to come from Chthon himself. If you are planning on dabbling in it, you will need my help.
You're not, like, afraid of messing with hardcore Elder God magic and inventing a potentially dangerous new spell?
I am dangerous.
Okay, Danger. You can help me by not telling Caretaker what I'm up to. She doesn't believe will and corruption can be undone and will totally try and stop me.
She lacks your imagination.
She lacks more than that. Well, if we're really gonna try this, I've got a lot of reading to do to try and figure this out.
And I shall keep your secrets.
Mum's the word, Hunt.
Oh, God. Yeah, Jordan.
Oh yeah, I also can do this. See captures. All right, so we need this fancy stone. Moon, boat, mountain, dwelling. Moon, boat, mountain.
That did not work.
Is it flipped? Try one more time. Well, that's a question from Mommy. You told her it's up to me? Okay, well, I mean, if you are making the play, I'm okay with that. Okay, so you're asking, so that's something to do after I'm done. Oh, okay.
I should try a different combination.
Let's reverse it. Bottom, ravine, mountain, boat. Moon, mountain.
Terry, copy.
Is that right, mountain? Yep.
That did not work.
Interesting. All right, whatever. Oh.
I'm just glad I'm not the one who smashed up a church.
This is a distillate from the Venom symbiote. Strange thinks this will dispel the ward. The doctor crafted a strange brew that might bring down the ward.
Maybe he learned something new while snooping around in my library.
If nothing else, he knows about
willing
you,
to give it a
Agatha,
shot.
that you are helping me.
He's a very perceptive man. Perhaps it's for the best. There's no sense in worrying about it now, at any rate. Let's see if you can banish this ward.
The doctor came up with some...
Tries. Hello, Hunter.
These appear to be human bones.
I suspect we've finally found the last resting place of Hiram Shaw. Judging by the looks of this place, he was locked down here for quite some time. I can't say I pity him.
But how would he have ended up like this?
Someone sealed him in and made sure there was no chance of ever escaping.
Someone?
From what we've seen, I believe this was your mother's handiwork. She must have used the Darkhold page taken from Shaw to seal his fate. Literally. And I'm sure that means Sarah was at the very least aware of what Lilith had done.
Whether it was right or not, we cannot change what happened here.
I'm glad you understand that, Hunter. Some people never do.
I would not have expected his victims to understand.
I could only imagine how angry Lilith and Sarah were when they finally arrived in Salem. In some ways, locking Shaw down here almost seems merciful.
I do not see the moon seal here.
You're right. I don't sense its power here either.
Nope.
I found highly detailed drawings on Shaw's desk. They were concealed with some kind of magic.
Magic that's no match for you, it seems. Let's give those drawings a closer look.
Autumn must not see it that way. Autumn thinks other... How long did the Salem witches hide here before meeting their end? These drawings.
They're witch warrens. Places where a witch might hide using magical means. Judging from the detail he put into these, Shaw must have studied the warrens for a long time before making his move.
He tortured them there.
Yes, I suspect so.
Why?
The witches wouldn't give up the Moon Seal. Our gift doomed the Salem Coven to an unimaginable fate. These drawings may yet be useful. I will bring them back to the library for further study. Meet me there tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm at 1 life. Who's your enemies?
Hunter, let's catch up.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
Could we change the name of the group to the Midnight Moons? I'm not a fan of the sun.
Lovecraft, Crowley, Transcendental Magic, Conquest through Technology and Mysticism by Victor Von Doom. Guessing this library doesn't carry the Hardy Boys.
I am unfamiliar with their work.
Classic American
I
literature.
brought you here, Hunter, so we might reconnect with your roots. To remind you of who you are, where you came from, and where you can go. And, more importantly, who I believe you can become.
Okay, so where do you see me going, Steve?
Not to sound like a self-help book, Hunter, but sometimes it's more about the journey than the destination. Keep striving to be the best version of the Hunter you can be. If you keep doing the work, nothing will be out of your reach. Except for that row of encyclopedias at the top of that bookshelf. I'm pretty sure you're gonna need a ladder for that.
Hunter.
Seems like you have got a lot on your mind.
You could say that.
Do you need to share?
I always wanted to be good at my job, but now I think it's possible to be so good you're actually terrible.
Explain.
Okay, I really wanted to show off how I could get a sample of Venom's symbiote, right?
And you did.
Right! Yay me! But in getting it, I left poor Eddie trapped under a heap of rubble.
We are all going through the same thing. For every victory, there will be a cost. Some worse than others.
I wish I could be as cool as you. I just keep imagining Eddie and the symbiote trapped under all that stone and brick. I never wanted to hurt them, you know? I never wanted to hurt the guy, you know?
I know, Peter.
Eddie Brock may be troubled, sure. We all are. I guess that's why I can't shake the feeling that there's more I could have done.
Like digging him out of the rubble?
No. I mean helping him turn his life around. The way real heroes are supposed to.
Who knows? Maybe you will someday.
Yeah, big emphasis on maybe. If only Tony or Strange invented some kind of time machine, I could go back and keep Eddie from going down this path.
Stranger things have happened.
Thanks for the chat, Hunter. I've got a lot to think about. If anyone needs me, I'll just be here, sighing deeply.
I have something for you.
Oh, a hot tip on a rent-controlled apartment in Queens?
So.
No.
Oh!
No, absolutely not. You go too far, Nico. Last time you tried to save Wanda, you almost got us all killed. I will not let you risk the safety of this Abbey again.
Listen to yourself. I think I have a way of purifying Lilith's corruption, a way of bringing back both Wanda and Banner, and your response is to shut me down.
I told you time and time again, there is no way of removing corruption.
Just because you failed and never found a way of doing it doesn't mean I can't. What are you so afraid of? That I'll actually succeed?
No, I'm afraid you're becoming just like Wanda.
Oh, I see how it is. You always hated her, and now you're gonna turn that hate onto me too.
That's not what I meant. Nico, wait. Let me explain.
I don't need your explanation. I need you to stay out of my way.
You have any ideas on how to keep this team from unraveling? because I'd love to hear them. I'm at my wit's end, Hunter. Nico is hell-bent on finding some spell in Wanda's grimoire to remove Lilith's hold on our unfortunate friends. And I can't seem to dissuade her from putting our lives in danger again. You would think she would have learned her lesson with that magic mirror trick she pulled, but now she's just doubling down on darkness. What do you think I should do about her? Because I am at a complete loss.
She is acting out because she is still grieving the loss of Wanda. She needs to heal. She needs to know you care.
If we survive Lilith's assault on this world, then there'll be plenty of time to talk about our feelings on a psychotherapist's couch.
Damn it.
Until then, she must learn to cope, as we all must. Nico is a talented witch, no doubt, but if she persists on this trajectory,
Darn it. It's annoying. Yeah, help her heal Wanda. Misunderstood the whole text. Okay, let's skip all the stuff I've already done.
Hunter, let's catch up.
Where's Blade? Wait.
no, absolutely not. You have any ideas on how to keep this team from unraveling? Because I'd love to hear them.
Have you considered that she may be onto something, and maybe you should trust her?
Why? So she can get us all killed? Nico lost her trust with me the moment she went behind my back and tried to rescue Wanda with you and the others. I simply cannot afford to trust her again. Not until she demonstrates that she's willing and able to cast spells responsibly. Nico is a talented witch, no doubt, but if she persists...
Nico is certainly as daring as Caretaker is cautious. Attempting to remove Lilith's corruption is not a magical endeavor for the faint of heart.
Is it even possible to remove it?
I'm not sure, actually. It's something I should do a little research on. But if it is, one thing is for sure. All magic has its price. The question is, are you willing to pay it to help get Wanda back?
It depends on the cost.
What if I told you the cost could be you? You are more vulnerable than you know. The crack in your collar may be hardly noticeable to the naked eye, but it's a significant crack in your energetic armor. A spiritual vulnerability that cannot be overlooked or understated. A vulnerability she will exploit. If you choose to defy Sarah and help Nico remove Lilith's hold on Wanda, it might be at your own peril.
Might be at my own peril, but none of us know for sure. I mean, we do not even know if purifying corruption is possible.
I'm sorry if I made you worry, dear. That wasn't my intention. Whatever happens, Hunter, just remember to keep yourself intact. We can't take on Lilith without you.
Have you learned anything?
These drawings are definitely of locations around the Abbey. As far as how this helps us find the Salem Coven's moon seal, I'm at a loss. Let's discuss this again tonight, after I've had more time to think.
Have you learned?
These drawings...
Hmm? A Christmas plate? I don't know what a Christmas plate is.
Oh, I found one of my favorite records and I thought you might like it. Or at least be polite enough to fake it. Anyway, we'll get some more quality one-on-one time. It's a little retro, but so are you. So, what do you think?
Lively, frustrating, angry, but liberating. Reminds me of how I feel towards caretakers sometimes. I like it.
Oh, I knew you'd get it. It's grunge. It's what happens when you mix the nonconformity of 80s Seattle and tons of punk and rock influence. You get awesome bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, making something super authentic with this messy, dirty sound. It put Seattle on the music map. I used to listen to it repeatedly during my I can't believe my mom stabbed me phase. As you can tell, she was a great mom. Didn't leave me scarred at all. Ugh, like, why have a kid if you're gonna get rid of them when they interfere with your dark arts and crafts?
I know how it feels. It sounds all too similar to my own experience with my mother. Except that I had a head start on coming to terms with her evil nature. I cannot imagine being caught off guard.
Yeah, it turned my world upside down. I thought I was a normalish kid from a normal family. Sure, they had their middle-aged boomer issues, but I thought they loved me. But they didn't.
What is done, but I see you are still carrying it with you. Do not be afraid to go wherever you need to in order to find peace.
Roger that, Hunter. Okay, no more of this downer talk. Time to listen and let the sounds of angst carry you away.
You wanted to speak, Carol?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks.
Thanks for what?
For surprising me with your unexpected friendship. I did not see that coming. Believe it or not, I don't have a lot of peeps I can call friends. Not close ones, at least.
We got 3 minutes, okay? Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, I never had a lot of friends either. Did not have time with all the demon slaying.
Huh. Sounds like you were like the high school vampire slayer in Blade's favorite television show, and Caretaker was that librarian guy. Gifted with greatness, but cursed with solitude.
No, that character had a group of close friends who helped and supported her.
See? Even the Slayer had more of a social life than the two of us. I'm glad you're here, Hunter. I feel like you get just how heavy all that extra baggage can be when it comes to having crazy freaking superpowers.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What can you do to make it up to Daddy?
Thanks for apologizing, Sweet Goo. I thought I heard something, but it's funny.
Blade understands that burden too.
Why are you bringing him up?
No reason. Just thought you should know you can lean on him too.
Anyway, I should let you get back to whatever cool thing you were doing before I dragged you out here to get all gushy.
Anytime, Carol.
Why do you bring it?
Let me guess. You came out here to see if I'm okay.
Are you okay, Nico?
No, I won't be okay until we get Wanda back, but you already know that. I just wish Caretaker trusted me more. I mean, I'm not a kid, you know? I'm a ridiculously experienced witch with ridiculously amazing powers. She should be letting me use my talents to help the team, but instead all she does is doubt my ability to do anything.
You have broken Caretaker's trust one too many times. Can you really fault her for not trusting you again?
Well, I've lost trust in her too, okay? When Wanda fell, I was stupid and trusted her to do the right thing and at least try to get her back, but no. She took it as an opportunity to throw Wanda under the bus for Agatha's death. All I know is this. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get her back.
And when Caretaker tries to stop you?
She can get out of the way. Or get run over. Now excuse me, I've got a free Wanda spell to craft.
Wow.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
How is the sample analysis going?
Oh, you mean the vial of demonic alien goo Peter took out of poor Eddie. That sample analysis?
That is the one.
In a word, gross. But a fascinating kind of gross. This symbiote
That's so funny. I get so worked up on the conversation stuff in this game. All right. I will be back a little later. See you, friends.